Fighting games are the ultimate way to prove your gaming skills over your mates. Learning to play well is extremely satisfying, and the victories are always sweeter when your opponent can't make excuses like move spamming, button mashing, or luck. The competitive scene has really exploded over the past few years, with tournament numbers through the roof, local events popping up all over the place, and more opportunities than ever to pick one up and start learning how to kick some ass. There's so much choice that we've picked the 4 titles that currently lead the pack, giving you an idea of where to start on your journey to become the King of Iron Fist, the World Warrior, a Super Saiyan, or the most smashing brother? Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ has taken the scene by storm since its release, and with good reason. It's the most badass looking game on this list. With awesome anime style graphics and epic combat, it really captures the crazy hype action of the cartoon. Just look at it. It's like an interactive episode of Dragon Ball Z, and you're the director. The game is available on PS4, Xbox One and PC. As a versus style game, DBFZ shares a lot of similarities with the classic Marvel vs Capcom titles. Teams are made up of 3 fighters, which means there's at least 3 times the special moves to learn before you're going to be ready to take on other players. What sets fighters apart from others are the assist moves, where your team characters can jump in from the sidelines to double up against the opponent. Building the right team and knowing how characters work together is therefore key to a winning strategy. There's also a focus on fast-paced movement, as you can dash forwards and backwards in the air and can perform multiple jumps in certain situations. This all leads to some truly impressive looking combos, but there's a lot to take in and even more to learn. To be competitive in Dragon Ball FighterZ then, training your reactions is extremely important. When you're putting your opponent through some crazy mix-ups, you have to be ready to punish that crack in their defense with a full combo. Being able to capitalize off that one hit and rip half of their health away is gonna get you far. Learning how the assist can help you extend combos and bust an opponent's defense is also important. For example, Vegeta has a really useful assist, Consecutive Energy Blast, which not only picks up and holds an opponent in mid-air but also locks them down in block stun. This allows you to continue your offense and land that all-important combo starting hit. Right now, the tournament scene for Dragon Ball FighterZ is the hottest in terms of popularity. It's currently leading EVO 2018 for the amount of players entered, and it will be the first time a Capcom game is knocked off the top spot since, well, forever. If there's a fighting game event taking place, you bet there will be a Dragon Ball FighterZ tournament. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Smash Bros. Has long been a favourite for both casual and competitive players. It takes a lot of skill to play at the highest level, but for casual players it's dead easy to pick up and play, making it an essential game for couch multiplayer. Full of legendary Nintendo characters all beating the hell out of each other with wild weapons and fun stages, it still looks great even on last gen hardware. As the name implies, if you want to play this, it is only available on the Wii U. Competitive Smash Bros. Is unlike anything else in fighting games. You may know it as the crazy Nintendo brawler, but the competitive scene is quite different. Most stages are banned as they're full of random elements that could swing the battle in a certain player's favour, and there's no spawning weapons enabled. This means it's a display of mechanical mastery and sick tricks when you see 2 high-level players head to head. Smash Bros. Has all the features of more traditional fighting games, footsies, spacing and zoning, but has a much greater focus on movement and defense. Shield dodging, spot dodging and air dodging are the key skills to master and allow you to properly position yourself to attack your opponent. Learning how to control the edge of a stage, whether you're on the offense or defense, is so important when it comes to Smash Bros. There's so many options. Do you hang out and try to bait your opponent into making a mistake? Do you get back on the ledge as quickly as possible? Do you climb back up with an attack? The game moves at a serious pace too, so you're going to have to process all of these options real fast. The Smash community sits slightly left of center in the fighting game world. Whilst every other game focuses on EVO as their main tournament for the year, Smash players simply consider it another tournament. Instead, the Smash community focuses on its own major events, like Super Smash Con and Genesis. The big question mark surrounding Smash Bros. Right now is that Nintendo have announced a new game coming later this year, and that is going to be the major part of their E3 showcase. We're anticipating there'll be a lot of tournaments and events following the new title, so drill those fundamentals now and rise to the top when the new game drops. Tekken 7. The King of the Iron Fist tournament returns. Tekken 7 took its sweet time getting released on home consoles, spending years in the arcade before being released on PS4, Xbox One and PC. The Tekken legacy is close to Street Fighter with its classic characters and epic battles. Victories are hard fought and pro games are a real showcase of skill. Unlike the other games here, Tekken 7 allows you to use a full 3D plane of movement. You can dodge in and out of the background, sidestepping fireballs and punches, but this will also allow you to perform moves that will catch an opponent as they try to evade. A big spinning roundhouse kick, for example, will hit either side of you as well as directly in front. Tekken has a bit of a reputation for being a button masher, but it's actually an extremely difficult fighting game to master. Learning the tricks that make movements safer and quicker is the key to competitive play, and is something you have to practice just as much as combos. Korean backdashing is the name given to cancelling a backdash with a crouch, and being able to chain these dashes together allows you to quickly retreat whilst covering high and low defensive options. It is something that pro gamers drill regularly until it is second nature. It's not the most exciting aspect of the game, but it really is an essential one. Knowledge of all of the characters is also a big part of Tekken, and with some mammoth move list, this can be a bit intimidating. Reflexes and reactions are still important, of course, but coming into battle with more knowledge of what your opponent can get away with will get you really far. Knowing the frame data, the term that fills casual players with dread, is super important in all fighting games, but in Tekken, it's crucial. The Tekken World Tour is currently the primary series of Tekken events, with Master and Challenger events taking place across the globe over the next year. One stop on the World Tour is at EVO 2018, with currently over 1,000 entrants looking to score points on the global leaderboard. The grand final is taking place in Amsterdam in November. Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. The daddy of them all, Street Fighter V still draws the biggest viewing figures and headlines the biggest tournaments. Despite a dodgy launch on PS4 and PC in 2016, Street Fighter V has evolved over time into a fantastic fighting game. It's easy to pick up, hard to master, and always entertaining to watch. Street Fighter is a true classic, and every gamer worth their salt knows how to Hadouken. With characters like Ryu, Ken and Chun-Li butting heads with some badass newcomers, Street Fighter V continues his fighting game's legacy. Street Fighter V is deceptively easy to pick up and play. The execution barrier for most combos is significantly lower than most other fighting games. Once you've picked up the basics, a couple of hours in training mode and you'll really be able to show off with some awesome moves. Mastering a few reliable and simple combos will have you wrecking scrubs with ease. Don't ever let someone mash buttons on you again. New to the franchise in Street Fighter V is the V system. Every character has a V reversal, a V skill and a V trigger, and learning how to get the best out of each of these is the secret to success. A V reversal helps you get out of an opponent's pressure, V skills are unique character moves that build your V meter, and V triggers unlock a character's true potential, giving them access to new attacking and defensive tools while it's active. Reactions and second guessing your opponent are the skills you need to succeed. You need to take advantage of tiny gaps between your opponent's moves to start combos and punish as much as possible. While you're getting started, you'll want to learn a few frame traps and setups, and you're going to need a basic understanding of frame data. Street Fighter V has a robust training mode that actually tells you this information, allowing you to see clearly what is happening when your opponent blocks and whether you have time to squeeze in an attack. As always in Street Fighter games, the most important aspect is controlling the space. Forcing someone back into a corner, preventing them getting near you, and understanding character attack ranges is Street Fighter 101. These fundamentals will help you not only with this game, but almost every other game on this list. The Capcom Pro Tour is the main competitive circuit for Street Fighter V. It takes place all over the world throughout the year, with players racking up points at events across 4 different regions. The tour finishes with a massive tournament called the Capcom Cup in December, where the winner will take home the best part of $300,000. So, which fighter is best for you? If you're looking for a fighting game that is easy to pick up but difficult to master, then try Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. If you'd like to be a technical master and superior strategist, go for Tekken 7. Dragon Ball FighterZ is full of epic anime battles and is currently the hottest competitive scene, while Street Fighter V is for those who want to be a part of a legacy and go down in history. Find the game that suits your style and hit the training mode, and who knows where that could lead. Beat your mates, take on players at local tournaments, and perhaps one day you'll find yourself competing at EVO. Click the thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to Ultimo Hombre for more game guides, competitive gaming, and news from our live events. See you next time.